Previously on Sailing S.Y.Nadja. We departed from Asker just south of Oslo and started heading south. We got stuck in Horten due to some bad weather, we waited to pass, and then continued down to Tønsberg, where we left the day after and are now ready to cross Skagerrak. The Skagerrak passage was something we had looked very much forward to, as we were excited to find out how our new boat handles in heavier seas. After a windy sail across Skagerrak, luckily with no seasick crew members, we were happy to enter Skagerrak harbour in the late afternoon. The wind was still pretty rough and it was blowing us against the pier from our port side, so therefore we didn't want to come in with too much speed. Some people on the pier was kind enough to help us, which was really nice.
After a quiet night at Skärhalten, we left to go further south and enter the Swedish archipelago of Ligne and head for our first anchoring spot. Beautiful day to sail with 8 to 10 knots of wind from the west taking us southbound. we anchored at what we thought should be our stay for the night. However, our anchoring chain of only 25 meters fell relatively short in the high winds that had come up during the day and were now up to 20 knots. So we decided to sail 5 miles further on to Bovallstrand.
Gick det bra? Ja, det var bra. Det gick bra. Tack så mycket.
Next day, we decided to leave for a small island called Gullholmen.
This is the Sorte Canal. It was built in 1935, which splits the mainland with Ramsviklandet. With nice looking nature on both sides, make the narrow trip of around 3 nautical miles through the canal a beautiful sail. In front of us is Smögen, which we unfortunately didn't have time to visit this trip. It looked very beautiful, especially in this fantastic weather.
When arriving, it was extremely crowded and we didn't manage to find a spot. Thereupon we sailed onwards to Ellös, which is just half an hour onwards. Ellös is based on the island of Orust. That's the absolute hotspot for high quality boat craftsmanship. Orust is the birthplace of Najat, Halbarassi, Marlö and many more dream yachts. In Ellös we entered the gates at Halbarassi and went for a dream stroll along the piers. Many fantastic yachts were awaiting their fortunate new owners. In the next episode, we continue further south to arrive home in Kastrup, Copenhagen, and on the way visit Kjelløknipla, Boa, Træsløvslæge, Torekov, and Rå. On the way, we pass a low bridge at only 18 meters height called Instebroen, and we get quite a lot of wind from the west as well.